I have 7 kids. Of course I had my first one when I was 16.
7.
I have 7 kids. Of course they all have different dads.
And none of them are around. Say that.
I have 7 kids. Of course I know all the shows on PBS Kids. I have 7 kids. Of course I'm a hairdresser. I have 7 kids. Of course my oldest is 18 and my youngest is 3. I have 7 kids. Of course my 16-year-old made me a grandma at 35. I have 7 kids. Of course my granddaughter gets treated better than all of them. I have 7 kids. Of course I'm the founder of a nonprofit that supports teen mothers and fathers.
Black women left the black men for government assistance, baby. We are not leaving y'all. It's 80% of the voices is y'all, big dog. Because black women think that they just got a better option. Okay, you don't need the black man to pay your rent.
Okay.
Section 8. You don't need the black man to eat food stamps. You don't need the black man to take care of that baby. Medicaid and Medicare. You don't even need the black man for cereal. So you have turned your back on Tyrone for Joe Byron. And the moment that you don't have Joe Byron's house clean when they come inspect it, they're gonna kick your black ass out the street. Tyrone just wanted you to cook, clean, and shut up. But Joe Byron say, oh, well, we'll give you this house for $50 a month or whatever in this Section 8 or whatever, as long as you don't let Tyrone stay over here. Okay. See, you don't see that agenda?
I do see. I believe in that agenda.
And they say, black women, you don't need this man to stay and be a father to his kid. Child support. Black women, you don't need to stay and work it out with your husband. Alimony. They incentivize y'all to leave us. And a lot of women haven't woke up to the goddamn play. They finessed the out of us, bro. They turned us against each other, gave y'all the chicken, and y'all sold us out.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, hope you subscribe. So y'all saw the thumbnail. There is a young woman that was on a podcast tonight's conversation asking, can she find a quality man being 33 with 7 kids? Good God, woman. If you include you and another man, you damn near got an NBA roster. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I'm a mom of 7. I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is a little, hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on 1 person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own. Yep. That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids. Right. But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out. Hold on.
I still can't get over how bruh was looking underneath his glasses when she said 7 kids. He was looking like, the hell? Now, I will say this. For a woman her age and having 7 kids, she looks decent enough. I will get her that. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any problems attracting men. However, getting a man to take you serious, just like she said, is going to be difficult. You're talking about you and 7 kids. So right off the rip, you're going to need a man that's making probably somewhere between 200 to 400K minimum. And that's even with you helping him. And then that's the other thing too. It's like, how are you going to make time for him? How are you going to make him feel like he's appreciated when you got 7 other kids to deal with? That's a lot to ask for from a man. And my other thing is can you explain to me how you had 7 kids with a man and never got married, and you wait till after you had 7 kids to realize that he wasn't the one for you? Like, is anybody catching that as well? I don't know, but that just seems kind of sus to me. What I find really sad is how the crowd was clapping just because she happens to have all these 7 kids by one man. But then in the end, when Kitty Rose said, "If I were you, I would go back and try to work it out with your ex," that's actually the best solution you can think of, because nobody is gonna care for all 7 of those kids like the man that you had those children with. Man, like, find your baby daddy and get married and keep it moving. Cause you over here talking about some. I'm like, right. Men are gonna have that same reaction that you had when you approached them talking about, "I got 7 kids." And then one last thing. Whether it's 7 kids by one person or 7 kids by 7 different men like you saw in the first clip, I find it real funny that women are over here talking about don't lower your standards and you deserve the best and this and that, when any man that would take her on would be settling and not holding their standards. Think about that for a minute. Let's keep it moving.
Women, nigga be like, "Bro, I don't want no kids." You'll still go have the kids.
Nigga,
You'll have men who be like, "I'm not ready. I don't know what I'm doing," and you'll still go have the kids. You'll have the kids hoping that, "Oh, he'll change because I have a kid now. He'll be with me because I have a kid now." And then when he doesn't live up to your expectations of him, not shit he showed you. He didn't show you. No, your expectations of what you wanted him to be don't live out. You will go put him on child support. And it's like, why even go through those changes? Like, why even go through that if you knew in the slightest that you were going to be a single mother? Unless you want to be a single mother. So
I just feel like if a man tell you he don't want that child and you still go through what happened, you better not get your ass on the internet or nothing and say, "Oh, he a deadbeat father, he don't need for his child," because
That's what I was gonna say.
You knew he didn't want that baby.
You will sleep with a man. You will have children with a man who is not your husband.
And she just ain't got, it's like she don't want nothing in life. I cannot be with a woman like that. All we do is argue. Argue. She don't want to work. She pick her kids up, drop her kids off to a mama house while she go out and be in the streets all night. And I'm over here paying the bills. And the f***ed up part is, I got a homie, his wife got a business. She was going to hire her on the spot to answer the phone for her business, $20 an hour. I tell this dumb, "Hey, my homie wife got a business. And all you gotta do is answer the phone, $20 an hour." She gonna look at me and tell me what the fuck I look like. I'm like, "What do you mean? What the fuck do you look like? $20 an hour, you telling me you can't work for $20 an hour to sit on your ass?" That's when I knew I couldn't afford them. That's her kids' son. It's like, I can't do it. Her kids tear my house up. You know what I mean? I love them kids in my dear heart, but I can't do this. Sometimes you get fed up. I'm waking up, I'm going to work every day with attitudes, getting into it with my boss, arguing with my employees, my coworkers. And it's like, I just can't do it. God, please forgive me for doing this. I never meant to be this way. Like, you know, I'm a good man at heart. But sometimes you get fed up. I done asked her 7 times to leave, and it's just like, I can't deal with this no more.
When a man is fed up.
Gentlemen, understand something. If you are a single man with no children and you are earning $75,000 or more, you are now platinum. Shout out to platinum. If you're making 6 figures or more, you are now diamond level. If you're making $55,000 to $60,000, you are gold. You are far more valuable than you have ever been. And here's the trick. You guys don't know how valuable you are. And that is why so many of my critics and detractors are angry at me, because I am waking men up to their true value. That's why they want me shut up. That's why they want me off this. They don't, because of the impact it's having upon right-thinking men and right-thinking women. It is making it more and more, it's making it less and less possible for men to get bad deals. That's why every day I walk out in this world, I get love from men. Every single day. Shout out to the two young dudes. Hadn't even hit puberty yet. No offense, but y'all still look young to me. They can barely get the words out. Those dudes have to be 14, 15. Thank you. Those men are going to have a different outcome because they're not going to accept bad deals. How is a single mother's child an asset to another man? Come on, accountant.
Only in the legacy that she lives and leaves.
But she's not an asset to me because there's no DNA tied to me. She's 9 years old. That man would be putting into your baby daddy's legacy. I would just be paying it. That's a bad investment.
Ooh.
It's your investment, but I've been a stepfather. I can't go get the money back that I put into my stepson.
But
that's gone. Well, and all the dollars I put into that, even though it was there, I have to accept the fact that it didn't go into my daughter's mouth.
Right.
Because as stepfathers, you have no legal claim. And how many stepchildren, how many times do you see somebody stepping up to get the ticket an award and they want to say, I thank my stepdaddy. They always thank their stepmama or their mother. And man, you know how this goes. So.
All right, guys. What do you guys think? Let's start with a simple yes or no. Do you think that that it's reasonable for her to expect to be able to find a good relationship, even though she has 7 kids and she's single? Let's start there. Let's just armchair response. Yes or no? Do you think that yes, it's reasonable? No, it's not reasonable. She needs to focus on her kids and kind of leave love off the table for a while. What do y'all think? And I'd like to know what you guys think because I want to kind of lay out a framework to kind of look at this conversation. The first thing that I think that is missed in this discussion that nobody talks about is a fundamental, very basic, simple question. The simple question is this. Who in the hell told you that it makes sense to go ask podcasters for relationship advice? What is it in the background of somebody with a YouTube channel that gives them the credentials and makes them qualified to evaluate your personal relationships or what you do with your children? You see, this is part of what's wrong with your community right now. This is really what's wrong. You got a bunch of dumbasses on YouTube channels giving you advice on how to live your life. And I'm just going to tell you, point blank, period, if you ever want to have a horrible life and you ever want to be in the middle of mess for the rest of your life, if you ever want to be in the middle of a bunch of dumb decisions, go to YouTube and let YouTubers tell you how to live your life. Literally, go let YouTubers, let people in the comment section tell you what to do with your kids and watch how quickly that screws up your kids. Because you got to remember that in the YouTube space is a space where Black trauma really shows itself in high form. That's why Club Shay Shay and all these other platforms are so messed up with all this toxicity, drama, negative energy. It's because that's your community. That's a reflection of your community. Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay and it was a complete drama queen fest, just gossiping and attacking and everything else. He goes on Joe Rogan and actually has an intellectual conversation. That right there tells you that your community is not filled with people that are qualified to give you advice on how to build a proper family because your community doesn't do it. 76% of the people that are giving you advice didn't even have a father in the house. And many of them are not married, have never had a healthy relationship in their life, couldn't have a healthy relationship if you gave them $1 million to do it. So these are not qualified to tell you what to do with your kids. So if I'm talking to this mother of 7, I'd say, to hell with these people think. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, I'd say, well, what credentials do these people have other than having a YouTube channel that makes you even want to make yourself vulnerable to their input? Talk to a therapist. Talk to a family expert. Talk to somebody who knows how to rear children properly. Talk to somebody who's got a degree in that shit. Stop talking to dumbasses who have YouTube channels. So I'm going to respond to Moist Watkins without trying to curse or go off. First of all, ma'am, raising your voice don't make you right. Second of all, Kitty Rose is a dating coach. Kitty Rose has gotten people married. Kitty Rose is actually married with children. So if any of the women in that damn audience should be listening to anybody, it should be her. You Woosah. And if what you're saying is true, then you're a hypocrite, because last time I checked, you were in finance. So I don't know how the hell you got into this space on YouTube anyway. So take your own advice. Oh, look, I understand you done married a single mom, so you feel some kind of entitlement to cape for these women. But brother, everybody ain't you, and everybody ain't gonna be you. And that's the reason why I wanted to play Kevin Samuels clips leading up to him, because I find it real funny that you hated him so much, and he was a stepfather at one point, including having his own daughter. So it just goes to show you, man, it doesn't matter whether it's coming from people that are experienced or not. You just don't like they take because you pander to single moms. Period. And if that's what you're doing, just say that. Don't try to sit over here and try to sidewalk the conversation. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.